The laws of nature are often unkind to tiny animals that come across larger, fiercer creatures. When an apex predator discovers defenseless prey in the wild, there's no denying the hierarchy of the food chain, and the results are far from pretty. A situation like this occurred at the Berlin Zoo with an 800-pound bear who found a small cat in her enclosure one morning. Employees and bystanders helplessly watched in suspense, but what the massive bear did next wasn't what anyone expected. In 2000, Berlin Zoo employees were shocked and confused when they saw a small cat named Mushy roaming the enclosed home of an Asiatic bear named Motion. Motion was one of the most popular animals at the Berlin Zoo. Her size and strength were well known among staff and visitors alike. The cat was first seen early one morning by an employee while they were making sure Motion had enough food. They were startled when they saw the cat inside sitting on one of the tree branches. Once Motion the bear noticed the little cat in her domain, things quickly changed. As Motion began to slowly approach her, the tiny feline jumped down onto the ground. To everyone's surprise, Motion was instantly smitten with her small new friend, whom workers named Mushy, and the two quickly became inseparable. However, that wasn't the strangest part. In 2007, the Berlin Zoo decided to expand Motion's enclosure. This meant that Motion and Mushy needed to be separated while construction was happening, which posed quite an odd reaction between the two. Motion and Mushy actually became visibly upset by the new arrangement. Zoo workers felt terrible keeping these new pals apart. Mushy would even sit outside Motion's cage and cry all night. Finally, after the renovations on Motion's new enclosure were complete, the two animals were reunited. Their rekindled friendship quickly began to draw some serious attention. Visitors from everywhere came to watch the unique relationship between the unlikely pair develop. But where did Mushy even come from in the first place? The origin of Mushy was unknown, but more mysterious was the reason behind her attraction to Motion. Workers said it felt as though the two were meant to meet. Motion and Mushy are a reminder that despite our differences, friendships can bloom anywhere. But they're actually not the only unlikely zoo pair around. Oddly enough, the friendship that formed at the Berlin Zoo wasn't the first time a massive bear befriended a teeny feline. The same thing happened at the Folsom City Zoo Sanctuary in California. A black cat, whom workers named Little Bear, suddenly appeared in the zoo's bear enclosure. Of course, people were immediately worried for the cat's well-being, but the two species seemed to actually enjoy each other's company. The cat would sneak in every morning and eat the food the zoo workers left out for the massive bears. When they realized what she was doing, they started leaving cat food for her as well. Jill Faust, the senior lead zookeeper at Folsom City Zoo, had never seen anything like it before in her life. Although the pair was highly unusual, Jill wanted her workers to foster the relationship as best they could. Little Bear took a particular interest in one of the zoo's largest animals, a 550-pound black bear named Sequoia. Though she had never been very aggressive, the workers still had to look out for the cat's safety. One of the benefits of having Little Bear around was that she actually increased foot traffic at the sanctuary. People came from all over to witness the unusual but adorable friendship the two animals formed. For most of the day, Little Bear simply reclined in the shade provided by the enclosure's trees, watching as her pal, Sequoia, and the other bears went about their business. It was like she was one of them. Little Bear loved all the attention she got from visitors. She felt as comfortable at the zoo as any other animal would, despite hanging around creatures so large. From day one, Little Bear acted as if she belonged right there in the bear's enclosure. Like Mushy and Motion, this feline ursine pair was almost too adorable to handle. These friends have already gotten through so much. There's no doubt their bond will continue to strengthen as time goes by. How cute and unusual are these bears and their feline friends? It's incredible to witness just how two completely different creatures can make such a connection. They're fur friends for life. Share this touching story with your friends and family.